Good morning. Let's have a look at yesterday's tennis and football. This was the key profit maker. Novak Djokovic, again, he did a carbon copy of his previous match where he won the first set, lost the next two, had to win the fourth. And that's where we got involved. I could have made actually 200 plus quid profit yesterday had I stayed in. But I've been on the wrong end of a Novak Djokovic collapse in the past. So I had that in the back of my mind. £39, it's pretty much a one-to-one risk reward for me there. As I say, that would have been a 200 plus pound profit on Novak. Good stuff. Elsewhere, I thought this would be more competitive, as indeed I said all of the matches yesterday would be more competitive. You got a player in the top 10. You got a player just outside the top 10. As you can see here with Hitler Haircut and Medvedev. You've got a player in the top 10, 27. That's the different one. You've got a player in the top 10 and a player just outside the top 10. So they're very competitive affairs, as I suggested they would be. Player in the top 10 and just outside. So you can see how competitive that was with a 3-2. Indeed, you could have taken Zverev on after winning that first set. I like Taylor Fritz. I wouldn't have... I could have possibly taken on Casper Ruud lead. I do like Taylor Fritz, but obviously the market got that right eventually. But again, take on the shorty after winning the first set. And it will work out very nicely. In the ladies' game, I missed a lot of these plays yesterday. But it looks as if the market got them absolutely spot on. This is the only real angle in. And Anna Vesian opening set. And the favourite Paolini winning the next two, suggesting some injury or cramp. Football-wise, it was just the Irish yesterday. They're not the elite leagues, are they? Any plays? Well, not really for me. I couldn't see anything at all yesterday. Just doesn't grab my attention at the moment. Cork City deserved to win, but this is a top two clash, and it was a 0-0 last head-to-head, I believe, and a 0-0 in UC Dublin's last match. So it would have been tricky to have taken that draw on. Looking on to today, and it's just internationals today, I'm afraid. So you're not going to get any research from me. International friendlies, women's Euro qualifiers may be lacking liquidity on Betfair. I don't know whether they'll become popular eventually, particularly during the summer months when the football traders are starved of quality football. But with the ladies' game, it's extremely difficult to read for me. We've got the World Friendly Internationals here. Now, I'm not going to be researching these at all. Italy, pork and cheese, Romania and the Swiss. I don't know what happened with yesterday's international friendlies. We can have a quick look. As you know, you wouldn't have played at all, would you? Because it's a friendly. England 3-0. Well, perfectly aligned to that. Scotland, you could have backed at 1.15 at half-time, which is 5 times the pre-match odds. 3-0, 3-1. Any other home? Well, not quite. So it looks like the favourites all doing an expected job. 3-0, 3-1. Any other home score? All second half goals, beginning with a penalty and some late action. For those of you who trusted the pre-match market, 3-0, 3-1. Any other home score? That'll be the same case today then with these friendlies. I'm not going to research them for you. I'm probably not going to play. And I would encourage you not to play friendlies because even though yesterday's all came in, quite simply, they don't need to win. The manager could be fielding 2 different sides in each half. There might be some tactical issues at play, new tactics. Could be experimental, make some players play with their weaker feet, that kind of thing. So I don't know what's going on with these friendlies, whether they should be competitive, shouldn't they? Because we're on the cusp of the Euros. We want to get a winning streak as you head into the Euros. Do read the previews if you want, but I won't be touching these at all. Tennis-wise today, and it's getting deeper into the tournament. We're getting all the quality, but we've still got very strong odds on favourites, haven't we? Jannik Sinner and Alcaraz, and both of these players, Dimitrov and Tsitsipas, can give them something to think about, you'd expect. So those odds immediately for me are too short. Corey Goff and Ons Jabeur, I think these are two world top 10 players. Indeed, third against ninth. So for me, the gap is not that big, particularly this stage. These are world top 10s. She's not an also-ran, Jabeur. Swiatek always got to be laid at 106, 107. She nearly had a scare earlier on with Naomi Osaka. So there is players who can get her. This Naomi Osaka put in a really battling performance, nearly got the better of her in the third set as well. It does help when her opponent drops her serve. 4-1 all the way to there, and then we get the fight back. And then we get the rattled service losses. But with trading, of course, this is what you're after. If you're opposing Swiatek, and then you're out at any of these points. So it's getting more difficult. I don't like playing tennis this deep into a Grand Slam tournament because there's no weak spots at all. But obviously laying these 1.2 favourites, particularly if they win the first set, or even if in the men's game, if they go 2-0 up, got to be encouraged at this stage of the tournament. Dimitrov, Tsitsipas and Ons Jabeur are not there because they've been playing poorly, are they? So quiet day for me today. You're unlikely to be hearing from me on Telegram. I don't do friendlies international-wise, but you could play yourself. Make sure if you do play, you get the encouragement of the in-play stats. But as I warn you, friendlies are friendlies. They're not competitive affairs. There's no bust a gut to win. Well, have a great day. Have a quiet day. And I'll see you again tomorrow.